Welcome back, episode 19 of the 167 podcast. The boys are back. Munster's back finally.
Munster's back. He's been on FIFO, fly in, fly out.
Fly in, fly out.
No,
not
I don't deserve to
training.
be paid. I don't deserve to be paid.
I feel like I haven't seen you since game day, Munster.
Yeah,
It's
no,
good to
it's
have
been
you.
interesting.
Good to have you back in. Hughesy, welcome back. Fresh off the scan with the bub.
Yep, 20-week scan with Mole.
Oh.
All went well. Took a little longer than normal, but I think baby's just straight up chilling. He's chilling back there. His head.
He?
I don't know. Actually, sorry, no.
Hey,
sorry.
hang on.
Sorry.
Hang on.
Yeah, sorry. I was before I was calling it she and her, but now it's he. But
Did you see something there?
nah, I didn't see nothing. I didn't see nothing.
Too small.
And Mole's going to be watching
That's
this.
the umbilical cord, brother.
Mole's going to be watching this, and she's going to be like sketching out that I seen something. But Buns, I didn't see anything. We're good.
What?
But baby's head was just like whiplash, getting whiplash. Not whiplash, but it was like right back. So the doc couldn't really see anything. So she had to go for a bit of a walk, come back, and then able to get the sizing and whatnot.
How many weeks before you can actually see if it's a boy or girl? Because
I think you can now.
you can now.
You can now.
So can you accident
Yeah,
can you
so
see it?
in the
Yeah.
scan
What are
you
they-
can.
Yeah, you can.
But we told and we said, obviously we don't find out. So,
blur over it or something?
I think they just don't
yeah,
go.
They just don't go over that area.
Yeah, they don't go over that area. but-
Oh, that's so cool. I just fully flipped.
yeah, and then just
No. That's definitely not
and then just same as its old man. Nah, but yeah, it was a bit nerve wracking. I was like, I hope I actually don't see anything because then, I don't want to know. So,
That's awesome.
but I got one for you, Mun, actually, because we were speaking about it today. We were just talking about when birth does come. Mole's sort of like, oh, what are you going to do? Are you going to stand down the bottom or stand by the head? So, and I said, I'd probably rather stay by the head, but I just want to know, did you do anything? Were you up by Bianca giving her moral support, or were you being nosy beak down the bottom?
He was playing Candy Crush.
I was,
Or were you not watching it all?
no, I was going back and forth actually.
Well,
Yeah, I was going back and forth. Wanted to see how much damage was getting done. And then I actually thought I'd never snipped the umbilical cord, but apparently I'd done all three of them.
Yeah, you said you only did.
Yeah.
you would have been sleep
Yeah,
deprived.
so Bianca reckons when she listened to it, she goes, "You've done all three." And I went, "Oh, no, maybe I did then." But the last one with Blake, she obviously pulled her out. Bianca pulled her out herself.
Really?
What?
Yeah,
You do that?
Yeah, well, apparently, yeah.
Crazy.
Because we had the guy Jonathan Nettle the first two times, and then he was away on a family trip, so we had to use his second person in charge.
No trust.
So she just goes, "Oh, you can pull her out." And
How
then
do you put don't they have
Yeah.
I think because all the new technology and everything now, it's they're not the midlifers aren't even that worried. They're just cruising at. I think back in the day, everyone was panic mode, but now they're just oh yeah,
Cruisy.
just cruising.
Yeah, right.
All right, so
Yeah, so enjoy.
So what are you gonna do?
I'll just do what one does, pace up and down.
Yeah, just go looking back and forth.
It's got to be experience, though.
It is,
You
it
got
is.
to. I
It's,
think that's probably my thing. I got to experience.
You
it.
gotta-
We spoke
More
about it
respect.
before. Yes, I always have a lot of respect for women, but you gain more respect
seeing
them
what
more
their body
after you see
goes
what their
through.
body goes through.
Yeah, well,
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, because I said, Miles, I'll stay up by you and give you support. She's like, nah, I'll probably
The
rather.
pain threshold is something you would probably never experience, I reckon, and you never want to experience.
yeah, does seem pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the mums out there.
Yeah, all the mums out there.
Shout out. But Paps, what
Yeah,
about you?
full
What have
kit.
you been up to? Full kit. Obviously, you want
fan.
everyone in Melbourne to know that you play for
Storm.
Melbourne Storm.
Yep.
So
Kicked the field goal last week in the game. Anyway,
Huge fan. No, I got quite humbled actually. We're going out to Bayswater West Primary School,
yep.
out towards Ringwood there, and we did a little school visit. So,
they didn't have rugby league.
none of the kids knew what Melbourne Storm was, so that's all right. Just a nice little bring you back to earth after.
Could you imagine
Well, that's
15,
what you.
20 years ago? I know the
I
game.
know, yeah. Had crazy. We walked into the school, and then it was me and Angus Hinchy, one of the younger boys, and walked in there, and then first thing, a little girl walks up to me and goes, when are the famous people coming? So they've been chewed up all week.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's some superstars coming, and then it was just us. So.
you're a superstar, mate.
No, it was good though. It is really humbling to go to
Yeah.
the school and you just it's blank slate. No one knows who you are. You got to create your own energy. So we had 3 year 5 and 6 groups go through, and some really good questions actually. That
Really?
was
Was it a Q&A type?
Q&A
style
/ drills.
Oh, yeah, done a bit of training in that?
Yeah, but we did it indoor because it was windy. It's been freezing
it's
down
been
here.
windy,
Hence
eh?
the beanie and the outfit.
Yeah.
But
It was raining a little bit this before.
Yeah, I think it just missed us.
I think it's done all 4 seasons today. So
Yeah.
It's crazy. You'd think, not just Ringwood, but I understand a lot of teams and AFL teams or even schools in the city probably wouldn't understand rugby league, but there's a lot of suburbs around outside the suburbs. Like you look at Werribee, Frankston,
Yeah.
Sunbury, all those kind of spots are kind of rugby league central. You'd think Ringwood around that area.
yeah,
There are a few kids
There's
who
what
actually ran out in the tunnel with us.
Yeah.
Like for
Were they
Red
at the
Z.
school?
They're at the school.
Oh,
So it was
yeah.
like, oh, who's ran out with the storm? And they put their hand up and
Yeah.
then they'd all ask, who'd you run out with? And they're like,
I had no idea.
Yeah, right.
no clue.
That's
So,
an interesting one.
but yeah, one of the girls actually ran out with me. So that was pretty
Oh,
cool.
perfect.
Yeah. Last year against the Dolphins it was.
Yeah,
Um,
good.
So yeah, it was nice. Like it was good. Me and
Yeah.
Hinchy had a fun time.
So what you're saying is we probably need to do a bit more of that.
Well, yeah,
I think so. Yeah, it was the first time I've done it since I've been here.
I don't think I've ever done it for a
No,
while.
I feel like we haven't done much school, so it's a good. I think like it's a good launching pad for us to get out in the schools. Obviously, they probably didn't know who you were then, but I reckon by you going there might give them a little bit of knowledge, and then they might go home and say, "Hey, like mum and dad, I ran into Paps," and then probably look you up and might follow you even more. So it's
Maybe,
getting out in
yeah.
the community and
I think so. I think it's something they brought in this year that then they used to do it, but yeah, like
Well, we go out to the clubs and that, like the rugby league clubs, which is good. But I think, trying to grow in the schools as well will be really helpful.
Because there wouldn't be many schools that actually have rugby league as a curriculum or an actual subject.
I don't know. No
like
way.
we did a few passing drills and you'd pass it to the kids and they'd just like
Handball
handball it back to us.
Yeah.
No, very humbling, but no, I
It's
think it's a good idea, and I think the more we do it, the better. So everyone pretty much was out there today, scattered at schools around Victoria. So
It's good.
yeah, that's why I'm in full kit and a big fan. So yes. Mun, jump into your primer. You've come ready today. You've come prepared. You've had all day to think about it.
Yeah, I have. I've been pretty lucky. I've had the last couple of days off. So, boys, I don't know if you might be into it. You might not be. The primer is brought to you by Cam Munster. Still trying to find a sponsor. Hit me up with my DMs, message request. Boys, do you believe in afterlife? And if you do, what would you love to come back as, reincarnated? Or just anything in general, what do you think you would come back as? That makes sense.
And it's like based off like your life and
Yeah. Oh, you might be something that you never know. You might want to come back as a snail. I don't know. Like, it's up to you, boys. You live a pretty full-on lifestyle.
What's the religion that believes in reincarnation? Is it
Christianity?
no?
I think it's Buddhism.
Buddhism.
Okay, so we got our Buddhist caps on,
Yep.
and we're reincarnated. What are we coming back as?
First, like I
be
feel like at times I feel like I've lived another life. I don't know. I feel like I get deja vu. Like it's happened to me in some other life. It's weird.
Or maybe you've dreamed about
At
it.
times, maybe could be that as well. Like
So what were you?
could be dreams. Nah, like a human, but like
This has happened to you before.
yeah, like I feel like this has happened before and I've lived another life. It's weird. That's not all the time. It's only a couple of times, but
Like, what in particular that you think?
I don't know. It's just stuff that happens like
Yeah.
randomly, and I'm just like, bro, this has happened before. It could have been in my life that I've lived now, but I feel like it's been in a past life. So,
So do you believe?
I
in
don't know.
afterlife,
Yeah,
then?
no, I don't know.
Because people believe in ghosts and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
People like, I don't know. I believe in it.
Yep.
A crazy spot. I
Hmm.
don't know. There's some things that are happening lately that are around, like, for example, I went and had a shower at the hotel on the weekend. How does a shower head that sits in a perfectly good spot fall off? I walked out, fell off.
So you're saying ghosts? You're thinking about
so you
ghosts?
believe in ghosts.
Yeah, so I believe in someone's.
So how does that relate to afterlife?
Oh, but there's afterlife because someone
Yeah,
may come back as a ghost.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Oh, but if I was coming back, I'd be a bird or something, so I can come back and shit on people. Do you know what I mean? I'd come back as an eagle.
You already do shit on people
Yeah,
on
so
the podcast.
I would come back as an eagle.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I do.
Yeah, I think I do too. Like, I'm not real religious, but I think I do. I think I've seen or heard stories where someone has passed in their life and say like a dog or something has done something that, I don't know, or like a psychic has said that the dog is their mum, not their mum or dad, but like,
Someone
something
close in their life.
something
Yeah.
close in their lives, and it just, you can tell by the way that person thinks the way that it acts it is. So I think I do believe in it, and if I was to come back as something, it'd be a sloth, I reckon.
Sloth.
Sloth.
Yeah, I'd agree. I reckon come back as an animal
Mm.
of some sort, just to like different perspective on
Mm.
things. I don't know if I believe in afterlife, but like it just seems like a bit boring to think that it just ends, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the good die young, as always the saying goes.
Mm. Got to come back something.
So I reckon you have to come back as something. But
There's
what would you
something-
come back as, perhaps?
So an animal, but what would it be? Maybe like a butterfly or something. Just
Butterfly?
Like, you know those I used to believe. This is what Mum used to tell me. I think she did. It was like, you know those white butterflies that just like she used to tell me it was like my mama
Really?
that passed away. So like her mum.
Yeah.
And like every time I'd fly by, I'd be like, oh, like
She's there.
she's there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And now I was like, now I see those white butterflies. You know exactly what they are because they're always around.
Mm.
But like I feel like they're just like people from your past life that just come
Just
by.
come by,
and
yeah.
Yeah, wow.
visit
That's
you.
pretty cool. So if I'm ever an eagle and I look around and I see a white butterfly,
don't take
shit on
it.
it. Oh, don't take it.
Shit on it.
I thought that's what you were going to say.
nah, I won't eat it.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, fair. No, nice one.
Nice.
Nice little
Get you
primer.
thinking.
Yeah,
Dave,
get you
I'd
there,
be interested to hear your thoughts on this.
Yeah.
Afterlife.
Oh, you guys are talking to me now.
Yeah.
That's different from Saturday night.
Oh, what do you mean, brother?
hold
What do you
on.
mean?
Saturday night, what
You
happened
messaged Wishy, not us.
Yeah.
Well, I was waiting for you guys by the tunnel, and then
Well, we
ran
can't
straight past
read
me.
your mind. We don't know
Wow.
where you are. We need to. He
No,
reckons
I was
he
yelling
reckons he was
at
in the
one of the
tunnel
fans,
and
yeah.
we brushed him.
What side of the tunnel? If we're walking back up.
I was on like if you were walking towards the tunnel, I was on the right side, like where the bench was. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, see,
Yeah.
that's where you went wrong. You're on the wrong side. Should have been on the left
Clearly,
side.
it was all my fault.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
But
That's your problem.
yeah, no, I think I was honestly going to say the same as Husey, a sloth. I wouldn't mind that.
Mm.
But I think it would be cool to be a water animal, like maybe an octopus. They're just
Mm.
really like, they can get into small spaces. They can explore a lot. They got lots of hands to do stuff. I think that'd be cool.
Mm.
Do
Yeah,
you believe
water
it?
one would be pretty cool. Like, seen like, because we don't see much underwater.
Yeah.
So,
And I wonder how much, like, what do they say? There's like so much of the ocean that's
yeah,
not
it's like,
discovered yet.
yeah.
Yeah, you reckon you find some extinct animals just hiding around there?
Well, maybe you
Mm.
might find like, they might have little bunkers down there.
A
Mm.
megalodon.
I don't think some of
Megalodon.
the animals can go that deep though, can they?
No.
They can't handle the depths.
The pressure.
Mm. That's
Yeah.
why it's only the unseen animals down there. The fish with the flashlight on its head. You know, those ones.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking
Finding
about.
Nemo.
It's got that little hanging flashlight.
Okay. We all in agreement then that there's some capacity for afterlife.
Yeah.
I think there is
so.
some element to it, yeah.
Yeah, nice. Look at us, so spiritual.
Yeah. I don't believe in any of that spiritual stuff, but I just believe there's something happening.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had it explained to me once by like someone who was really into ghosts that ghosts are often just imprints of energy. So like a lot of people will say like, oh, you know, my grandpa used to walk from the living room to the bedroom every night. And so that energy was imprinted there. And then when after the grandpa passed, you would still hear footsteps or something like that. Or if it was like a traumatic incident, there's lots of energy imprinted in that space. So if something's happened, there's still energy that remains in that space. I thought that kind of made it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Mm.
I think so. And it's like, you know, they talk about like generational trauma and things like that as well, right? Like there's definitely something in spirits and energy. And I wouldn't have even considered this probably a couple of years ago, but I agree. With older age, you start to look into it a bit more.
Yeah.
And there's something in it.
Dive into it.
So there we go. Who knows? There might be a ghost in here now. Some
Ooh.
bodies around. All right. Nice private man.
Thanks, boys. That was brought to you by me.
Brought to you by Cam Munster. Like I said, looking
Yep.
for a sponsor.
We are looking for one.
What's been doing? What have you boys been doing? You need time off. No school visits today.
Nah, like I said, just had the
Easy to
scan. We pretty much have just trained, really. We haven't had, we flew back Sunday morning, had the rest of that time off, and then we were back at training Monday and today. So, not much, been chilling. It'll be interesting to see what Mun's been up to. Daddy's back.
Yeah, the boys went to daycare today. Knocked them on over there. Blake's been shock. She's been sick for the last 3 weeks. So
Okay.
boys just keep bringing bacteria from
Daycare.
daycare. And she won't take any Panadol. She's starting to teeth, just vomit it all up. I've had about 3 or 4 shirts I've had to wash today. It's been a good day. So yeah, that's been pretty much me. Bianca's realised that I haven't got any training for the next couple of days, so she's like,
Booked all your
booked all her gym
Yeah,
in.
too smart.
What else has she booked in? Massage, osteo. She's having a bad back. She's getting ready for High Rocks, but unfortunately she couldn't go and do the partners in the low grades. So anyway, she'd get in as a pro because everyone booked.
She's got to go.
So she's got to do double everything that she did for the normal one. So,
no.
so I said, good luck to you. So one of her friends from Sydney is doing it with her in Sydney, and I think it's around Origin time. So
Yeah, when's that? The Origin time. I'll run game 3.
yeah, we'll just be the week before. So she got
Nice.
Saturday, yeah. So it'll be in Sydney. So
Nice.
we'll have a whole family there behind her rooting her on. So
Mm.
good luck, Dal. You'll need it.
Shout out
Rocks
Bianca.
champ.
How good.
She's definitely be
High
high.
Rocks will be
She hasn't
tough.
trained. She hasn't trained enough. She's fit. She's fit, but she'll
The
struggle.
outfit. Yeah,
I
love
think
it.
she's doing more. She'll be doing more weight than us when we push on a sled.
Oh, yeah. No.
It's like 150 or something.
What?
What?
Yeah, I think it's 150. Like the pros are doing it.
150.
Shit.
I don't even know if I can push
I
that.
think that'd be about right.
Damn.
I have to double check, but I'm pretty sure it's double her body weight.
You better put her to some training, bro.
Yeah, well, she can't. Her back's brown bread.
That's
So-
wild.
Late
Good
pull
luck,
up.
Dal. I hope you do well.
Any
Is
inflamed
that
sugar,
right?
right?
Is it? Let me have a look at it. While are you talking?
No,
I'll have
I
a
wasn't looking. I was just looking. I got a point to raise.
look. Oh, hit me.
So
Point.
logistically, this might just be impossible, but I'm calling out cafes.
Okay.
Okay, what about?
Where's this come
Is this
from?
about
Just on the drive here,
Yep.
I
Popped
would
in
have
your head.
loved to just get like a nice little decaf coffee.
Yep.
But 4 o'clock, everything's just
Closed.
shut.
Yep.
Mm.
Like
Mm.
I'm
But-
calling out cafes to extend to at least five.
Yeah.
Extra hour.
You're kind of different though. I feel like if someone having a coffee at 4 o'clock this afternoon, they're not falling asleep.
Yeah, but it doesn't have to
Yeah,
be
deep-
coffee.
yeah.
It could just be like tea culture or, like hot chocolate.
Mm.
But I just wanted something warm, and I just thought there's some nice cafes in North Melbourne.
Yep.
Yeah.
But they're
All closed.
at 4.
Really?
Yeah, so calling out cafes. That's my
Yeah.
What-
Well, you look at like what goes on in Italy. They're out having like espressos at 10 p.m. All the restaurants do it. I don't know if it's the same in Melbourne. I'm sure it is. But in Sydney, the cafes are open at like 5 a.m. and then they close by 3. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
ridiculous. I used to work hospo. So like in the middle of a bar shift at like 8 p.m., you'd want a coffee and you can't get it anywhere.
Mm.
I guess, yeah, all the restaurants in Italy are equipped with them, whereas I feel like cafes are so easily visible. So then, like, driving past them, you feel like one, but then they're closed. Whereas you have to, like, duck down streets to go to restaurants
Mm.
or into shopping centres, which I don't really feel like. So, once again, probably logistics, but just a thought.
Yeah, there must be some merit behind where they don't get many people around that time, but
You're down in
Sounds
Blackrock
like they
though
would.
too, so it's a bit of a coastal vibe.
Yeah, but even, like, just driving in from the school to here.
nothing is open.
Yeah, I thought, like, North Melbourne's quite trendy.
Yep.
Coffee culture.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing.
Closed.
Mm. So-
It's an interesting one.
Yeah.
So if you had a cafe, you'd keep it open until 4.
Well, yeah, once again, I don't know what the logistics side of it is,
Mm.
but I'd probably go to 6. But then it's like, maybe do they sacrifice opening at 5 rather than 7? Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
So then, I still reckon you get a bit of traffic.
Yeah, you'd think so. There are a lot of cafes out there though, so it's like, how much will they get? How much traffic would they get? Well, if they're the only ones open at that time, I'm sure there'd be a lot of traffic, depending where
Because
you
like
are.
even think like people who finish work at 5 or 5:30,
Yeah,
like if they don't want to drive in peak hour, duck off to a cafe for a
chill out.
half hour,
True.
hour.
Mm. Good point.
There could be a little
Good point.
cash cow there, Pappy.
I don't know. So just toss it out there.
Yeah.
But if anyone's got a cafe recommendation that stays open beyond 4,
Around
please let us know. Around
CBD.
CBD, yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Be handy to know.
Mm.
Okay. Sweet. Footy.
Yes.
Yeah, footy. Straight in that.
Mm.
Our money man, Skipper.
Skip.
Congratulations, mates. 1 all. I know it's not over, but
Yeah, it's not over.
massive achievement to be captaining your state and playing like that. And
Mm.
yeah, I guess he's written off again, but
Yeah.
that's how you like it. So
I think it was huge being able to skipper that team and then being able to win against odds and playing how well you did. Yeah, how did you feel during the week when you got told? I know you've probably done a lot of media about it, but yeah, how was the feeling when Slatsy told you that you were going to skipper the team?
Yeah, look, it was an interesting one because I was probably with Capes, Tino, and Val at the time, and I remember Tino and Val kind of saying that Paddy Carrigan went and seen him, and he got dropped to the bench. So now I'm thinking to myself. Then Bill messaged me like maybe 15 minutes after Tino and Val told me that Bill went and told him that he's on the bench. I'm like, far out. What is he going to tell me?
Benched as well.
So I was thinking to myself, I'm either like, because Ezra Mann was in the team, and I'm thinking to myself, maybe I might be a man here. Like I could be in a bit of Barney here. And then I went and seen him, and then he started talking to me about some stuff, and then he just goes, "Oh, mate, I want you to be the captain." And I was just like, "Oh," and I was a bit shocked. And then I just started I didn't start crying, but I got a bit emotional in a way of like thinking, oh, like it's a pretty special like opportunity to lead this young team. And then like looking back on it, like from previous years going, oh, didn't know if I was in the right position to do that. And then Bill just kind of just went, mate, it's your time. Gave me enough confidence to go, you know what, this is your team. You need to drive it and be a leader. And he just instilled that confidence in me to be able to lead in a different way. I think I've had some good leaders in the team with Tino, Harry, obviously captain and us, Tino captain of the Titans, Tommy Din's a young captain of the Cows, and then Paddy Carrigan and other guys that are in the team that are probably leaders in their own right. So it was pretty easy. He just pretty much said to me, nothing changes. You've just got the C next to your name. I just need you to go out there and play better than you ever have. I probably didn't play as better as I ever have, but I just kind of led in certain areas that I needed to lead that kind of got a bit of energy out of the other lads, and it worked, and hopefully I can lead again the next game. It's not always going to go our way, and I felt like we probably got some 50-50s in that game, but I think both teams can agree. For game one, our discipline was terrible, and game two, their discipline was terrible. Like eye gouging, like foot in the ruck, us trying to rip their heads off in game one, and you just can't get away with it anymore.
Mm. What would you say, obviously, like you mentioned, your leadership, you've sort of always been a natural leader, but you've had your off-field stuff. Like what would you say your biggest growth is as a leader the past couple of years, or what have you taken to put into your leadership? Because we've noticed a difference for sure, but then again, to captain your state and have the trust of the coach to do that, you know, is it something that you've reflected on and been like, oh, I've gotten better at this, or have you had that moment, or you just sort of feel like you're still caught up in the whole buzz of it all?
Yeah, that's a good question, perhaps. Looking back on it, like, there's obviously things that I've been lucky enough to get over and learn from, and be able to like give the other kids advice on that, like whether that's probably drinking, like, or learning how to control it, off-field issues. I can now probably be confident enough to give advice to kids and not be a hypocrite about it, and try and lead them in the right direction. But I think for me, it's just probably just trying to get the best out of myself. I think that's probably the most rewarding thing that I can probably give to kids is like, yeah, talent obviously gets you in certain situations, and probably yourself as well. And Husey could probably take a bit of like credit from it too, like just watching you guys develop as people and as leaders, and makes everyone around the group want to be leaders as well and get better at certain things that they want to. Like for me to get better, it probably wasn't more on field, it was more diet to get the best out of my body, and be consistently playing the footy that I need to play for this team. And like looking at Husey doing his chili prawn pasta, or you doing like other things, like I know it sounds silly and we laugh about it, but like the routine consistently and know it works for you. So I think that was something that I probably didn't have in my life, as consistency of diet. Like if I know what my week looks like, and I don't stray too far away from it now, where I would get a burger here, burger there, or eat fast food there. Where now, if I do eat fast food, it's literally after the game. That's it. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I always have steak night before a game, like a Vegemite avocado toast before like we kick off, go to the bus, like that stuff. Where other times it was like pack it with pasta or so much cheese or so much other stuff. So yeah, but looking at you, the way you guys obviously consistently wanted to get better in areas, and I felt like that was probably something that I needed to, and that was probably more of a leader way for me.
Yeah, I think for me, man, like your growth from back then to now is probably like you inspiring and helping others.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that helps with what you've been doing now with your like routine, and that you don't really need to you still worry about yourself, but you got time to help others because you got your routine and your discipline with your routine down pack. Now you're helping. Like, I know you've done a great job with the boys around you, the players around you, us as a spine, just trying to help everyone else get better. So I think that's one way you've really led really well, is helping others get better, and because you don't need to worry about it as yourself as much. You know how you're going to play your routine. You go out there and lead by your actions, and then you can help the others. So that's something I've picked up.
Yeah, I echo that. Like I think the change thing for me was like seeing you like packing your own food and like seeing you eat it, and just like it'd be the most boring shit, but like you were so consistent with it, and I was like, you know what, like if you can do that, I can do that. And then like your drinking agreement, I was like, well, same thing. Like it just sort of breeds, I guess, the want to be better individually. And it's like you've got that, I guess, aura about you where you do something, so it's like, well, why can't we?
People follow, yeah.
So it's like, well, yeah, you've always had that, but like you said, you've identified that, you probably don't have long left, so you got to give it everything. And I feel like everyone has that realization, right? And it's just whether you want to take it seriously or not. So
it's inspiring. Like even what you done last Wednesday, just putting the team on your back and just taking them forward. It's really inspiring. And you ask Queensland boys, I'm sure they were inspired by what you've done. But just with that, actually, with the food stuff, it actually popped up. Who was I? I was talking to a family member. I can't remember who it was, but we spoke about having bringing fish and heating it up.
Oh yeah.
In I guess staff rooms or and I know so it's probably something we should ask the fans out there, because I know is it okay to bring fish in or tuna into a staff room with other co-workers? Because I know Mun done it, and a few of the staff members were spraying him, and then he sprayed him back. But is it okay? Because I did ask a family member. I'm pretty sure it was a family. I'm trying to figure out who it was, but they said it's a no-go.
No, I'm play on.
Play on. Happy to bring fish in.
Fish is good for you.
Smell out the whole staff room. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. For me, because I probably don't mind it as much. I'm thinking play on as well. Obviously, you think it's play on.
They they reckon salmon's okay, but not barramundi.
Yeah.
No, because someone else brings salmon in.
Yeah, someone else brought salmon, and I said, "Oh, well, they go, it doesn't stink." And I said, "Oh, well, that's not my problem. Like, if it doesn't smell good, it's obviously good for you. Like your broccoli, everything else is. Yeah, no one likes eating broccoli, but that's good for you, apparently."
Yeah. Dior, I want to hear your thoughts.
Oh, I'm 100% play on, because I've been getting really into my tinned fish lately, making some tinned fish like pastas, buying some nice anchovies or sardines. So I'm bringing that into work. It does stink up the place a bit, but it's a delicious lunch and it's good.
So what are your workmates thinking? Are they into you, or are they agreeing?
They're not stoked about it. But at least we're lucky that the kitchen's a bit far away from the desks, and usually I'll wait till like people have gone out for lunch and then I'll go there, because even for myself, I'm like, damn, this doesn't smell nearly as good as it tastes.
Yeah.
But, hey, it's good.
Surely you're bringing a toothbrush and Colgate after that with anchovies and fish.
Anchovies, sardines, tuna.
These microphone heads are starting to smell pretty
Mate, honestly.
Yeah, well, as long as you're washing your tuna can out before you throw it in the bin.
Yeah, got to rinse it out.
Yeah. No, I think it's play on.
Like, someone didn't even say, "Oh, look, can you not eat in here?" They just absolutely roasted me.
That was funny.
Like 3 or 4 people in the staff just into me.
Yeah, that was quality.
They smelt it like 10 seconds into the microwave. Like, they're like, "Nah, not having it." And then
they all just flocked. They're all
flocked.
at a desk, and then once they smelt it, they all just come and said, "Whose is that?"
I was just like, "Oh, I'm actually getting bombarded here."
You should just go get a dead fish and leave it in one of the cupboards.
Let's get some prawns, you reckon?
Prawns. Who did
Imagine
that one
just
year?
leaving a fish, and it was no, they put tuna in their locker.
Oh, that's right.
Open
It
tuna.
was Howie. Someone opened up a little like sweet. Is it the sweet chili one?
The tuna, yeah. I don't
And
know
opened
what
it up a little bit and then left it in the locker. And then you couldn't find the smell why it was smelling. That's putrid.
Oh,
Oh, no.
oh, quality.
Yeah, let us know your thoughts, guys, on the fish.
Yeah, interesting. I'm going to say a lot of people would say play on. The only people who wouldn't say play on are the people who don't eat fish.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, and I think there's a lot of people that don't actually like fish. So
Good for you. Omega-3
Yeah.
fatty acids.
Yeah, I was getting to a point there where I was just eating boiled chicken too.
Yeah. You're poaching the chicken. Yeah.
Oh, the food he was bringing in was so boring. I actually felt sorry for him.
No seasoning, no nothing.
Nothing.
Just
It's
straight out.
dry as.
I was 95%, I reckon.
Yeah.
Just proper.
And you looked happy as eating it as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, just- I think that's why he was gutted of what he was eating, and then someone sprayed him about eating good. So he's like, "Nah, stuff yous."
Yeah, bring in the fish. Play on.
I felt fit as.
One more question about Origin.
Hit me.
There's some rumours going around that before the game you were listening to the podcast.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, can we get a
Can we
can
get
we get a
confirmation?
confirmation?
It was a driving factor of Nick Meaney picking New South Wales instead of Queensland. And that was
Oh, so it gave you a bit of
it gave me
Pep
the
in your
Senate.
step.
Yeah,
what's that Michael Jordan saying? And that's all I needed.
that's all I needed.
That's all the motivation I needed.
I needed Nick Meaney to just pick the wrong team, and that was all I
So
needed.
you seen Means was Means on our potty
Yep,
was the one that just turned you on and made you go ham.
made me disappointed.
Yeah, and
He
went
knew
off.
exactly what I wanted, and he didn't do it for me.
Yeah.
I think
Was it good having Means on?
Yeah, he was really
He was good. He was
Yeah.
really good. Yeah, I think he tipped well for you too. To be fair,
Did he?
He did. He tipped pretty well. If he had got that Maroons as well, that would have been a really good round for Munn.
Yeah.
But still, we'll get to that.
yeah,
Yeah, we'll get to that soon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Slatsy, what did Slatsy say? He enjoyed the potty. What bit was it on?
It was about him actually, about himself. That was a little. I won't go into too much details. If we win the series, then I'll go into it, and I'll
okay.
be but it's a little bit of a motivational video.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
When are we getting Billy on the pod?
If they win, he'll probably come on.
Yeah.
I reckon
I think we should just get him on, get a bit of a thought about it, see how he goes.
he'll
He's
love
good.
it. He'll love it.
I had one more question about Origin, Munn, because we spoke about it last week as well. What happened with the soil in your boots?
Yeah,
We did speak about that.
I didn't realize there was going to be a big arm and ours because I'm still in Australia. I didn't realize there was so much of biosecurity.
Yeah, we thought that.
I know New Zealand, obviously, you always got to wash your boots or when you go over there, and I get that because it's a different country. But we're not going to a different country. We're going to Perth, like still in Australia.
Did you wear
so what
those
happened?
boots?
Yeah, still wore them. I wore them.
You got him through?
Got them through. Yeah, they didn't keep me up at all. But I could go in and say they did, and they put the rubber glove on and made sure there was no sand in it. But yeah, there was no sand.
I'm surprised they didn't after like the media
Yeah.
sort of spoke about it. Like you would have thought, or they're probably looking at it like we don't really.
Imagine
we don't care, but like it's not that big of a deal.
Imagine the boot tore and it just come out in the field and the field just turned to shit. And
Actually, we couldn't find a tee, so they were looking for sand like the Clint Chavoski days.
Oh, yeah.
They're looking for the sand for the tee. I was like, here you go,
Yeah,
mate.
yeah. Just
Yeah,
cut
goes
over the
out of
boot.
here, rocky sand.
Nah, that was cool though. That was really
Yeah, no, it was a little concept I did. What do we mean? 3 months before the series started, and I was like, you need to make sure I'm playing. Like, you can't just do this big promo stint and then I don't play. But ended up obviously stars aligned, 20th games, captain it, and then it was good. Well, I've never won in Perth, so it was
Monkey off the back.
monkey off the back. I reckon I'm before the win. I reckon I was point differential. I reckon 150 to maybe 40.
minus
Yeah,
150. You reckon?
Yeah.
Oh, minus 110.
Yeah,
What do they say though? Chris Scott had a saying, the Geelong coach. Things, I'm going to fuck this up, but things that don't happen all the time. So like, he was referring to like records.
Yeah, like if
Being
it
broken.
hasn't
Broken,
happened,
yeah.
it had to be broken.
So it's like,
yeah.
there you go.
I get it.
You've done
like, They've broken
Done.
2 records now. No one's ever won in Suncorp both back to back in like the series.
True,
Yeah.
true.
So they've done that.
Records that are broken.
Tell you
Yeah,
what,
they're
sets
meant
it
to be
up for
broken.
a great game 3.
Yes.
It's going to
When
be
is that?
on next
Not-
week.
not-
You're going to camp next week.
Go camp after the Sharks game,
Oh, okay.
and then you boys will play Cowboys that week. We're away,
And then Wednesday.
and then Wednesday play, and then
Yeah,
we
nice.
got Knights.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Right.
Should be good.
Heating up 1-1.
It's heating up. Let's go.
Just what they wanted.
I'm looking forward to actually watching the boys play next week, though. Cows, young boys coming through. Be good
Yeah,
little
we know
rookies on
Origin.
rookies.
No Origin
but you
boys,
too.
yeah. We got a few
Yeah,
in
we
Origin
got-
now too, so.
Well, Steph, Mun, Trent, Harry, Zave.
Howie.
Let's talk about our game this week. Sharks Sunday.
Yep.
Sharkies.
Afternoon. Amy Park back at home.
Yep. Hopefully not raining. Hopefully it's a nice hot day.
Do we want to talk about the other game first? Our game?
Oh, yeah.
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 Scout
okay,
Scout?
game
Oh, yeah,
Heartstopper.
Mr. Clutch man over here.
The
Mr. Clutch
Heartstopper.
Clutch.
Yeah.
Ice-
Lucky Wishy
The
called
Iceman.
charge
There's no
down.
luck,
Yeah.
mate. You kick them all the time.
Mm.
Yeah, no, a bit scrappy.
Yeah.
Start of the game, we thought we were off and running.
We're
didn't we?
away, yeah. We started the game so well.
Mm.
I feel like we say it every week, like it's just so hard to, I guess, plan for a game or even, be ready for a game because you just don't know how it's going to turn out. And you see that not just in our games, but a lot of the other games as well. So, just got to react to what happens. And we probably didn't do that the best at times in that game. And, we're pretty, I wouldn't say lucky because we sort of had a good plan in that the overtime and you clutched it. But, yeah, it's good to get a win like that. We were probably down and out a couple of times. We were probably up a couple of times where we should have won and then down a couple of times. But I think it really gives us confidence that we know we can win, I guess, from those positions.
Yeah.
How was Bellyache after the game?
He was static.
He was pretty animated in the box.
Yeah. To be fair, he was actually quite
It was
good.
fine after the game.
He was
yeah.
quite good. He was actually, he was good. We thought, we sort of spoke on the field. I think you might have been getting interviewed. A few of the boys were, but we said, like, whatever. Take the confidence from the game. We didn't play our best at parts, whatever, but whatever he says, he's always going to be a bit negative about that type of win, but, take confidence from it. And then we went in there and he was sweet. So, it's just the way it is, I guess.
I think we reviewed
How
enough
games
during the
goes.
week that, like, we need to celebrate those wins more
Yeah.
and just be amongst it. So,
Yeah, it's a tough one because, like, previous years or back in the day, you get away with throwing an offload on the ground or a knock on or losing the ball in the contact and stuff. But if you do one of them twice, you're defending for almost 15, 20 minutes these days. Like, there might not be a whole heap of errors, like, in the game, but they're crucial ones when you give them up. So I think that's why we're so animated and so angry with each other, because you know how much hard work you got to get back in the grind.
yeah, it takes a
you
bit longer
15.
to get back in the grind.
Yeah,
and
I
then-
feel like the grind is longer than it usually used to be, I guess. And but that's just the game. We got to adapt to it and get better at it to give ourselves the best chance.
Agree.
Yeah.
But I
Something
thought
I think a lot of fans want to know when it comes to Golden Point, and this might be tough for you guys to answer because you weren't the captain on the weekend. What's the strategy when it comes to the coin toss? Why would you want to either kick off or receive?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like every team's got a bit of a
Different one, eh?
different theory on it. Yeah, like
It's all about moments, but I wouldn't mind kicking off and trying to create an error.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. If I was captain, I would probably go that way. I guess it gives you I feel like people like to defend first, try get an error, or like keep them as far down the field as they can, and if they kick to us, and then
Try and get back.
if we start at like 40, we're going to have a shot next one where it's really hard to get a shot from that first initial kickoff. So that's probably my thinking. What did we do? We received, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I think
we must have lost.
No,
I think we
must
did.
have- But
Yeah.
we didn't have a really good set either. Remember, I caught it,
Yeah, and you ran.
I ran,
Yeah,
and then we got.
I think we didn't have a good set, but I think we put them on 20, which is not the best, but I think we
defended it
well, and then that next set we went up the whole way.
And then I think with that 6 again off the drop out, so the field goal.
Yeah.
Wish his cat reflexes.
Yeah. There's a thing with like verse and bunnies though, like you've got to defend well, but also if the troll's got the ball, you can kick it from 60. So
Yeah.
it's like
We
can't let him
I thought he
near.
kicked it before full time, because when he hit it, he didn't move, and like, you know, when he's ice cold, he's just sitting there. I was like, he's hit this.
Bro, look, I thought he hit it.
started on and drifted. Like
And
I watched it off the boot. I thought it was good. And then
Yeah,
as I
started
looked up, I
drifting.
was like, like the trajectory is not the right word, but the path of it was like a bit. So I was like, so I just ran to the ball bucket to get it because we had time left. So I was like,
and then he kicked it out.
kicked it out. But
Yeah.
like what people don't know, like it's not a 40-20 or a 20-40.
Yeah,
That's a rule.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can
Kick it out anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then like we were debating, is it a scrum or is it a play the ball?
Yeah,
Was it
because
tap? Is it
everything
tap maybe?
everything
Yeah.
that goes out is a play the ball or a tap now. There's no scrums if you kick the ball out.
Yeah.
It's like 40-20, 20-40s, or if you just kick it out, it's a play the ball or
so
a tap.
thinking back, probably would have been smart for me to just challenge it.
Yeah.
So he stops the clock,
yeah.
and wherever it's at, then we just there's no time pressure to pack the scrum
Yeah.
because it's, you know.
I don't reckon he would have let you challenge it though.
I would have said, oh, he touched it.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I
True.
mean?
Yeah,
True.
that's what
Thought about it. I was laying in bed like, we could have done differently there. But yeah, I don't know. We ended up getting the result in the end.
Yeah.
but-
It's crazy though, because like you look at the field goals and stuff, blokes are standing 10, 15 minutes back from the play of the ball, where Latrell's standing like 4 meters on the
yeah,
side
it was
of it.
flat,
Yeah.
wasn't he?
He
And-
was.
and
he
he
still
hits him like a
smoked
two
it,
iron.
Like ball would have gone nearly 70 meters.
Mm.
Easy.
Bro, it was,
It was effortless.
smashed it. So, lucky Has was aware to it. He put a little bit of pressure on him. Well, it was heaps of pressure, but he still smoked it. But that probably would have been the difference as well, just getting that little pressure on him.
Sometimes I feel like the pressure though, it like just instinctively makes you put the ball in the right spot. Whereas like when you got too much time, there's so much. Like,
Yeah, just
think
thinking
about
about
it
it
too
too
much.
much.
yeah. So maybe.
So you're saying
Charles
just leave them? Just give them time and just yell stuff out.
be like, oh, he's got this easy.
Bad ball drop, bad ball drop.
Can't miss this.
Yeah.
But yeah, lucky he missed.
Should've
'cause it
missed this
gave us a chance
Mm.
in the end, and then
Ice cold Pappenhausen, bang.
wishy cat reflexes.
Yeah.
And then you bang.
Yeah.
Slotted it.
You know, actually, this is so. I think my other field goal was against them in round one,
Couple years ago. Yeah.
and I was looking at that the other day. Same bloke come and keep pressure on Totola.
Was it?
Yeah, there's a photo of like us celebrating that year, and he's just like crouched down behind.
Yeah,
and then there's
yeah.
one this year where we're celebrating
Same
his
thing.
crouched down. I was like,
Oh,
oh,
wow.
so
So
crazy.
He done well though.
He come out, yeah.
You actually
I went
done-
under him.
Yeah, you done well to miss him. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like he
He was in the right spot.
Yeah, he just
Yeah.
you just
It's a tough
nice
one.
man. Nice
Good
man.
on him.
We'll
We'll
take
take
it.
it.
We'll take the dub.
Next time, Harry, just get it outside the 10, eh?
Yeah. Bloody hell.
Harry wanted the show and
Yeah, he
go
nearly
try.
scored.
Yeah, no, he did. He did.
Yeah, hopefully not as close this week. Sharks Sunday, Amy Park back at home.
Yep. Should be good. Obviously, they got the wood over us last time, so it's the boys are keen to put on another good performance, and back at home is always good. So Sunday Arvo, don't
o'clock?
mind that slot. Early slot.
I like it. 2 o'clock?
Early slot. I think it's 3.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 2. I think.
Nah, 2.
2.
Two.
Yeah.
Two.
Yep.
Oh, well, no sleep for you then.
Nah, I do. I'll just
Hey.
get up earlier and then I'll nap at like 10.
Yo.
Jesus
It's
Christ.
the best feeling, eh? You go get
Yeah.
coffee and you're back in bed.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. And
So by the
then,
time you're waking up 7,
yeah, go have brekkie at 7 and then come home, stretch, nap, bit of lunch and then to the field.
Versus a few weeks ago, so
Yeah. Should be good.
they're a good team.
Yeah.
I know they just lost to the Bronx at Suncorp, so they'll be looking to bounce back.
they were up for a bit in that game too.
Oh,
They were up
I didn't watch
heaps. They were,
28-12.
yeah, I was
it.
checking
Oh, it
the
was 22.
score.
Was it 22-12 at half time?
Yeah, and then they went up 28-12, and then I didn't see much of it, but I'm sure we'll watch a bit of clips on them the next couple of days, and yeah, should be good. I know the boys are fired up keen to I guess get them back for when they beat us last time. That was a disappointing loss, but keen.
Keen.
Boys are keen.
Keen. All right, let's go tips for the week.
Tips? Well, yeah, before we get into the tips, there was just one more thing I wanted to ask about with the game, because obviously Paps kicked 4 from 4 conversions and a field goal. Latrell missed a few conversions that could have won them the game. Is it true, Paps, that they're going to bring you in as a specialist kicker for Origin?
Imagine that. Imagine you could actually have specialist kickers. But no, I had 3 from in front of the post, so that always helps. But yeah, no, I don't know. That'd be actually. Imagine just having a specialist kicker,
like a NFL.
like the NFL.
Yeah.
Special teams, you reckon?
Yeah, special
Fire, that'll
teams.
be
Come on, get the match payment.
grouse. Yeah.
Yeah.
18th man.
18th man, just
6
come on
from-
and kick goals.
6 from 6 and you get 30K.
Yeah, I don't know. They got plenty of good goal kickers, so I'm sure they won't have an
Yeah.
issue finding.
Well, I was just looking at the top 10 goal kickers in the NRL.
Here we go.
There's only 2 Queenslanders in that top 10.
Holmes.
Like, Val was kicking unreal.
Val
in Origin.
Holmes, and this is just in terms of like how many goals got, not percentage, but how many goals kicked.
Okay.
So yeah, Asako first, your second, Papi, and then Jamal Fogarty. He's a Queenslander, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Adam Reynolds, Ruben Garrick, Nico Hines, Sandon Smith. He's a Queenslander.
Yep.
Yep. And then Luke Metcalf. I don't know where he's from.
He's
New South Wales.
New South Wales. Yeah. And then Cleary and Val Holmes is 10. So 3 out of the top 10 kickers in New South Wales. And then it's Scott Drinkwater, Stephen Crichton. So
Yeah,
Sheepers.
yeah.
Val was going through a rough patch there at one stage, though. He missed a fair few playing for the Dragons, but he almost missed like 8 or 9 in a row.
Mm.
He slotted him last
Oh,
week, though.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
he was
yes.
but the ball's different too.
Is it?
Yeah, the ball's completely different to a normal ball. It's lighter.
The Origin ball.
Yep.
Float.
Really?
Floats
Float.
more. Floats more.
True.
Okay.
Yeah. You hit your torpedoes a bit easier.
It's cheating. No.
But yeah, no. That's what I mean. They might not be used to those type of balls, you know. They might just float and get pushed around a little bit more than usual. We might have to go through the ball.
There you go. A bit of an insight.
Well, yeah, don't give him advice, money.
Well, mate, I've got like a 50% strike rate. So.
Where's Mun on that list?
Oh, am I on that list, brother? Actually, I think I'm 3 conversions away from being in the top 10 for Storm.
Top 10 miss.
Really?
No, I swear.
Actual?
Yeah, 3 conversions.
We'll
What,
get
from point scorers?
Yep.
Oh, you can have them on the
point
weekend
scorers
Yeah,
or
yeah, like Smithy,
Kickers.
me, and Papi, and all them.
Then. All right. So if we score in front on the weekend, I'm calling you
give him
over.
a kick.
Yeah, give me the top 10, bro.
Yeah, I'll give you the front. In front. Boost
No,
up to
actually,
me.
no, I want him from the sideline, brother. I can't kick him in front.
Yeah.
I can't kick him in front.
If you miss it, sweet.
Yeah, exactly. No, there's no pressure then.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, anyway.
All right. Should we get into some tips?
Let's go. Update
I
on
had a
last week,
shocker.
please.
I had a
Yeah,
shocker.
I know. Last week is very interesting. So
Oh.
Papi only got 2 out of 8.
Huge.
You only got the Raiders and the Storm. You locked the Sharks, which was looking good for a bit.
Oh,
but then-
yeah.
Well, Sharks not favourites.
No.
Nah, they weren't. And then Husey, not a bad round, 5 out of 8. You tipped the Maroons. Got the Raiders, Storm, Broncos, and Para. But you locked the Cowboys again. You got
I'm not
pumped
locking them
again.
ever again. I'm
Yeah.
done. I'm done with them.
I think you're the bad luck charm for them.
Yeah,
clearly.
maybe. Maybe I should.
Yeah.
I'll lock him in for next week.
Let
Yeah. And then Mun, or Means, who did the tips for you, 6 out of 8, including the Knights, which was locked. So it would have been 7 out of 8 if Means had tipped the Maroons.
Damn.
He
The
should've.
Night's locked.
He
That was
should've
a
known.
huge
Yeah.
win.
That's
confident too.
poor from
Yeah.
him. He knows I'm a Queenslander. I'd
Yeah,
never go against him. That's
No,
shit
we
from him.
said do what you
Oh,
would do.
yeah.
No,
Of
well, we
course.
did tell him that you tipped Para in round 1 against us. So
Yeah.
it's sort of.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
Roll the tape. Roll the tape.
Roll tape.
Yeah. So final scores.
I'm
at
back,
the
baby.
moment. Yeah. So Mun's on 74, which is not bad. You're coming back.
Yeah, respectable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where are we? Oh, hang on. I think I've calculated this wrong. Sorry, Mun, you're on 70, not 74.
I was going to say far out. That's a big
Yeah,
jump
yeah.
in 2 weeks. I've been away.
Yeah. So Mun's on 70, Paps is on 79, and Husey pulling ahead on 80.
Let's go. New leader.
Oh, so I'm only 8
Mun's
behind.
actually not that far behind.
No, I'm behind.
Yeah,
Oh,
not that far.
Oh, perfect round. Let's go. I'm
that's a
feeling
perfect
it.
round.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, love
let's
it,
get
love it.
into this round. First game of the week, we have Panthers Dogs, Penrith home game, but it's Combank again, and Dogs are favourites. That's going to be a great game.
Ooh, Cleary out. Did he get named?
Nah, he got named.
Yep, Cleary in.
This will be a good game, bro.
Yeah.
This would actually be a good
Probably the
game.
game of the round.
Yeah, it probably would be.
And everyone's back on deck with the Dogs.
Yeah, I mean, Penrith last week against the Wires was crazy as well.
Bro, that was a huge win from them.
Yeah, that was
yeah.
massive.
None of their origin stars.
Mm.
And to be able to win over there, it's not easy to win over there too.
And pretty convincingly too. Like,
Yeah,
they were
they,
dominant. They won by what, 12 points?
I think, yeah.
Yeah,
think
pretty
it was-
convincing.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Um,
But Metcalf got injured, eh? He wasn't well.
did he? I don't know.
Yeah,
I
I'm
didn't
pretty sure he
watch
wasn't.
He went off pretty early.
He went
it.
off pretty
Oh, yeah,
early.
that doesn't help.
All right. I'm
Yep,
locked in.
I'm good.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Penrith.
Lock.
Ooh, Papi
Going
you're locking
early.
Penrith.
Yeah.
Everyone's on Penrith.
Yeah. I was thinking about that. I was
Interesting.
thinking about locking them, but Dogs are a good team.
Getting out of the way.
It'll be a good game.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dogs off a bye as well.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, and the
always-
Origin blokes from the Penrith one had a rest as well.
yeah, true.
They're primed, ready to
Could go
go.
either way. Could go either way.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, that was the Thursday night game. Friday night, 6 p.m. Manly versus Tigers at Brookie, and Manly are favourites.
Tommy Turbo to the centres now.
Yeah, did that get?
That's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, no, I like it too. But just a huge move. Like, who moves for him?
Hupawati fullback.
Yep.
Yeah, Hopewadi fullback.
Yeah. he's a gun.
Who's in the centres then? Kohler and
Oh yeah, Garrett.
Colin, Turbo, Garrick's moved out to the wing, and Tommy Talau
yeah.
on the other centre. Is it Saab that's out?
Yeah, he
But I
played.
think he might be injured. Oh, yeah, Saab is listed in the
Nah, he played New
reserves.
South Wales Cup last week before
Yeah.
us.
he's got dropped.
Yeah, must have.
Can't get a read on Manly, eh?
Nah, neither. But
Tigers got Funner in the halves now.
yeah, he's good. He's
Yeah,
good
but
player.
Close, man.
no Jareen Buller for Tigers. They got Heath Mason.
He goes
He,
right.
he goes well. He goes hard. Reminds me of Jai Gray a lot.
All right.
Yep, I'm ready.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Manly.
Nice. Manly then 8 p.m. Friday night in Newcastle. Knights versus Raiders, and Raiders are favourites.
Are you sure?
Can they?
I'm sure.
Can they go again? Can they go back to back?
All right.
Yeah, no Fletcher Sharp for the Knights. That's a big out. So Hastings in the halves.
Yep.
All
Mm-hmm. 3, 2, 1.
Raiders.
Knights.
Raiders.
Lock.
Ooh, big call.
Yeah, go on.
I like them. I like them.
Yeah.
They got a big crowd out there Friday.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They're gonna be pumped. Raiders are a good team though. Like they are a quality team, but I feel like I don't know. Bradman Best back in there. He played really well. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
No Hudson Young for the Raiders either.
yeah, I like that.
So
I like
did he
that.
play last week and did not play this week?
Is he injured or?
He backed
Yeah,
up.
he's been managing an ongoing groin issue,
Oh,
so
yeah,
they've just
I've
rested
seen
him. Yeah.
That's crazy though. They backed up
Yeah, backed up and then
2
rest.
nights. Yeah, and then yeah.
Oh, I guess
Otherwise, he's got a sore groin.
Yeah.
it's Munster's
He's been shagging.
theory how it's 2 days
yeah.
easier than
True.
10 days.
Yes.
All right.
Go the
First
Knights.
game on First game on Saturday. Broncos Warriors in Brisbane, and Broncos are favourites.
Oh, really? Well, is Metcalf in?
Yeah.
Well, I've got birthday things up. Did you
Yeah,
see that?
Metcalf's in. Metcalf is in. Dallin Watene-Zelezniak out.
Yeah, I seen he got injured.
Yeah.
But yeah, Broncos pretty much full strength
Okay. In Brizzy at night
in
time.
Brizzy.
Daytime.
3 p.m. Saturday.
Oh, 3 p.m. Saturday, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yep.
3.
3. Yeah.
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
Warriors.
Lock.
Ooh.
Lock in the Wars. I think the Bronx had a good game last week.
Yeah.
Warriors were bad. They will bounce back.
Apparently they don't play good in the day, but they won last week, so. Broncos, sorry.
Nearly didn't.
Yeah, nearly
Yeah.
didn't, so.
I'll go Broncos. I'll take them on.
On the Wars, Lockie me in. Darren Lockyer.
So is everyone's used their locks already?
Yeah.
Yeah.
we've
Nah,
gone.
not yet.
No more locks. All right. No one's locking the Sharks. Next game, where are we? Saturday, 5:30 in Wollongong. Dragons versus Eels, and Dragons are favourites. Dylan Brown back for the Eels.
They played.
Wow.
Well, actually, sorry, I didn't watch it, but they did well to beat
Titans.
Titans last
Yeah.
week without any of their halves, so. Well, their starting halves, sorry.
They're getting good, man.
Yeah, I feel like they found their groove now.
Yeah.
I know they started slow, but I think Parramatta's going good.
Dragons is a funny team, man.
Hmm.
They're on their own.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good,
At
boys.
home. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. 3, 2, 1.
Eels.
Dragons.
Eels.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. I like
Yeah.
that.
Mhm.
Could get me in front or behind.
And then Saturday, 7:50.
7:50.
Yeah, that's a weird time.
Usually 7:30.
Why is that? Is that
Is there 4 games on Saturday?
no?
No.
5:30? Yeah, 7:50. I don't know.
What?
That's just
How
what it says
late?
here.
Okay.
Yeah, at Suncorp, Dolphins versus Bunnies. And
Oh,
Dolphins
that's
are
why.
favourites.
Bronx are playing there at Suncorp but on the Saturday.
Oh, they got the Saturday 3 p.m. game, and then Dolphins have got Saturday 7:50.
So who
Yeah,
plays in
okay.
between? They just fix the ground up.
Or maybe they've got the game after them.
Yeah, they probably just give it extra time. But
Maybe
that's so late.
there has to be some sort of game. Q Cup?
Crazy double header pretty much on a Saturday. How good.
Yeah.
Dolphins South, did you say?
Yep, Dolphins Souths. Dolphins
Wayne.
are favourites.
Wayne back.
Yeah, he's back against the Dolphins.
First
Could be a
time?
big
Maybe
game.
first time? Yeah.
But let's take into account the theory.
Yeah, no, but that fit.
Only one team.
Yeah, Warriors, eh? And they hadn't lost since until last week.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay.
No, they played in round 1 this year. Rabbitohs won 16-14.
So that's
is
right. They
Cody
went-
Walker back?
Cody Walker is back. Yep.
That's right. They're playing the catch-up game because Dolphins had to go up there in Sydney because of the floods.
Oh,
that's right.
Yeah.
remember
And that's
talking-
why it's it's not.
That's why it's at Suncorp because
Yeah, yeah.
Suncorp was supposed to be played round 1.
But they went to.
They went to Sydney because they had to play the game. That's right.
Mm.
That's why there's a double header. Bang.
Love that. You're all over
Nice
it.
Sherlock Holmes over there.
Yeah, you're welcome, brother.
Yeah.
Yep. 3, 2, 1.
Dolphins.
Ooh. All right.
South.
Souths. And then Sunday, 2 p.m., Amy Park, Storm vs. Sharks. And the Storms are favourites.
You sure?
I think so. I'm just guessing, but yes.
All right.
Is Hughes playing?
Nah, he got dropped.
We got a new person in the halves.
Oh, they've put Nelson in the halves.
Oh yeah.
One of the Rockies.
Oh,
Checks
yeah.
out.
All right.
All right.
3
3, 2, 1.
Stormers.
Nice. Good stuff. And last game of the round, Queensland Derby in the Gold Coast, Titans versus Cowboys.
Oh.
And Cowboys are favourites.
You
Can't lock them.
can't take him, bro.
Oh, no, I'm not going to. Oh. No, I'm not going to. I'm sweet. Yep.
Yep. 3, 2, 1.
Cowboys.
Titans. Oh, do you have Titans as well?
Yeah. Oh, there's going to be a few upsets this week.
Yeah.
Cowboys. They haven't won a game for a while. Cowboys.
Cowboys is my team and it's my dream to see them at the top. Yeah. Cowboys 2016. Let's go. One game, mean.
Oh, God. Is that their team song?
Oh, I don't know.
You know how they come
They
out?
used to
You know how
play
they
it
come
up,
out of ours like Melbourne Storm #1. Is that right?
So I don't know. What song's that?
What is it? Isn't it the one?
Give us a few more bells.
Oh, how's it go?
The Storm one,
Yeah.
it's like, we are the storm from Melbourne town, we'll blow the others off. You know that one?
No,
We are the Storm and we're
Oh,
#1. Yeah, so that's the Cowboys one.
Yeah, sorry, yes.
Thank you, Dior.
Yeah, nice.
No worries. Yeah. I feel like I know almost all the words to that song, but
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
Tips are in. Might be
Yep.
a bit of a baton change this week.
Well, there was one. I'm
There was,
leading
yeah.
now, baby. Let's
Getting
go.
competitive.
Cash
Oh, yeah,
out.
I'm coming, baby.
Cash out value.
You watch, I'll be 2 behind this week.
Yeah, just chip
Perfect.
away.
It's still.
round
It's
coming.
only just ticked over halfway, so there's a lot of games left.
Funny. How's your home tipping comp going, Money? You good?
I had a chance for a perfect round a couple weeks ago.
What stuff, Joe?
I changed my team. I went from the Raiders to the Roosters, and Roosters lost. And I had the Raiders.
No.
And I would
Change
have
tips.
been top 2 then.
Ooh.
Now I'm
So
8th.
you're up. Oh shit!
That's how tight the group is.
Yeah, right.
We can't tip.
I like it. I like it.
Anyway,
All right. Well, good luck this week, tips wise.
you too,
Good luck,
boys.
everyone.
There we go. We are now into our better beer. Big fan of the week. Hopefully you enjoyed your middies over Origin last week.
I reckon there would have been a lot of
I think there
better
would've been.
beers drunken in that game. I feel like there would have been. It was that exciting that everyone would have been on one. So
Well, I feel like a lot of New South Wales fans would have had them at halftime.
Mm.
And
Yeah. And then Queenslanders probably
post full time.
going the old phew.
Go for you, boys. I'm still trying to figure out my big fan of the week.
Yeah, I got one. The Super Rugby,
Oh, yes.
the Crusaders. I think they won another title, but the most impressive thing about it is they've won 32 home final games in a row. 32 and 0.
How many years is that?
That's, I don't know, but that's a lot of years. They haven't lost at home
That's
in
crazy.
32 finals games, which is crazy. That's almost like, rocking up. If you're playing them in the finals at home, you're not going to win.
Did they started the year pretty average? Too,
Yeah,
didn't they?
yeah. And like to their credit, they've been dominant for a long time. Last year they lost their coach and a couple
Razor?
of good players. Yeah, Razor Ray.
Yeah.
Big fan of the potty. Razor Ray, they lost him to the All Blacks. He's coaching the All Blacks now. And Richie Mo'unga left. And they had a bit of a down year last year where they, lost a lot of personnel and didn't do too well, finished near the bottom. And then this year, came back and won. And, like you said, didn't start too well, but ended up winning and playing at home and winning at home. Close game. I think it was 16-12 against the Chiefs. Chiefs have been, a good team all year, and they got a lot of quality players, but it just shows the type of, I guess, organization that they are, like the Crusaders, to go through that sort of turnover and then having a down year to coming back and winning just shows it's a true credit to them. And, we've had a bit of a connection with them, and I guess it's pretty cool to see, you see the insights of what they do at their club, and it's pretty special, and that's probably why they've been so good for so long. So shout out to the Crusaders, lads.
James O'Connor won his first Super Rugby.
Yeah, he went over there.
He went over there. He was off the bench.
Was that his first?
First.
Yeah. Because he was at the Reds for a bit and they won a couple, but he must not have been in those teams. So
No, I think he was away then. I think he might have been at the Force by then.
yeah, that's awesome. He would have been stoked. So
I've seen a couple of stories about it, so pretty cool.
how good.
A few of our boys went over earlier this year, didn't they?
Yeah. Who was it?
Pez and
Pez and
Wish?
that went? Yeah, Pez and Wish. They both went over with, I think, Azza went.
Bit of PD.
Yeah, did a bit of stuff with them, and maybe that's why they won, because the boys went over. And but even the boys said when they come back, they learned so much, and try to bring it to us, and true credit to those boys.
Hopefully it works for us as well.
So
Nice, Husey.
shout out
My
Crusaders.
big fan of the week is Minji Lee.
Oh yes, I've seen that.
Won her third major, the Women's PGA Championship. So I think there was only 2 or 3 of them that finished under par, and she won by 3 shots. So
Freaky.
crazy effort. Love seeing Aussies doing great things. And Minji, I know Minwoo gets a lot of raps, but Minji's definitely one of the best golfers in the world. And third major. So shout out Minji Lee. There you go.
Shout out.
Nice Minji. Bit of a golf pro over there. Mine is a TV show.
Here we go.
I
I
love
like
this.
these.
Come
I
on,
like
here we
this. I like this.
It might not be up your alley. It might be. It's called Reacher.
Explain.
Ex-army cadet or ex-army in the military. Obviously, used to have a battalion or used to have a unit that used to obviously do contraband and used to be undercover and go and do stuff. And then so-called the hierarchy boss was involved in certain things to try and obviously do dirty dealings to be able to bring in guns and vice versa. So he's got a bit of integrity, and they pretty much told him to stand down and not investigate anymore. And if they did any more investigating, that obviously his unit be reprimanded, and obviously they'd be getting cleaned out. So he ended up being one of those guys in integrity, and ended up exploiting and getting rid of all the guys that were higher up that were doing naughty things. And then now he's just an outcast and just goes from town to town and doesn't have a home, bit of an outcast, and trouble always seems to find him. And he's always being the good Samaritan and going around and trying to help everyone out.
Yeah, right. Reacher.
Reacher.
Well explained, man.
Yeah, that was well explained.
Yeah, I mean,
I
if
felt
he
like
ever
I was
gets
in it.
If he ever gets in trouble, he brings.
Is that what you're watching on the plane?
I've been smashed it. It's third season.
The bro's a mute on the plane.
Yeah, I am. I've been into it so
He's just
hard.
been like this, head down the whole time. But I was wondering what you were
If
watching.
he ever gets in trouble, he rings back his unit or his battalion or his people that he was involved with.
Bit of help.
To
Gets a
help him
little
out.
team going.
Yeah.
Has it got anything to do with Jack Reacher?
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
is,
it's Jack Reacher. Yeah. So the Tom Cruise movies. So
Yep.
they obviously use that. So
Nice.
What platform was that on?
it's on Prime Video.
Prime.
Yeah, I actually don't mind Prime Video. There's a lot of
things on there.
good things on there. The new Accountant 2 was on there as well with Ben
yeah.
Affleck.
Yep.
That was just out in the movies.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
grouse.
So-
I feel like
Prime already.
Prime Video do all that stuff. Like they bring it out early.
Quick, the early stuff.
Yeah, but you got to be obviously download or rent it
Hmm.
sometimes. But then sometimes it's just straight on there.
Yeah.
So yeah.
When was the last time you went to the movies?
Oh, I was talking to Mole about it the other day. Like, we haven't been in ages. And that's probably a little bit of because of movies we haven't really found. But there's the new Brad Pitt one that's out, the F1. That we're pretty keen
seen
to
the
go
trailer
watch.
for that.
It's hard now though because like everything's just so easy and accessible on
Yeah.
TV, like Netflix, Prime.
Yeah.
You wait for it to come out. Like Happy Gilmore 2's not even out in the movies. He's got a
It's coming
relationship
straight
with
to
Netflix.
Netflix,
You know what I mean? So I feel like when you remember your Video Easies, your Blockbusters, your Civic Videos, you have to go and rent it.
Mm.
Now they've died.
yeah.
I feel like cinemas will die soon.
Mm. To be fair, though,
Respectfully,
it's more
Good
the
experience.
popcorn and a little bit of that. But yeah, the movies, you still got to want to go to a movie that you want to watch. So hopefully we'll go soon.
Yeah, bit of popcorn Maltesers in it.
No, I don't do that, but I do have the Maltesers on the side.
Oh,
Or
you don't fill them in there?
M&Ms. Nah, I like getting
Do you do the popcorn trick?
single. What's that?
Put the box on your lap. Probably get the small one, wouldn't you?
Oh, you're right, Theo. Fucking laughing hundies over there.
delete that.
The unhinged comments, they're just the best.
Sorry, delete that.
Dior, you got our Better Be a merch pack giveaway.
Yeah, so we put the call out and, well, let's have a chat about this first because we didn't talk about it during the Souths game. Money getting lost at half-time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I thought, like, it was funny, but you know what? You should have put your hand out, bro. That would have been so funny, bro. If you're just like this. And they're all just like, they probably wouldn't have slapped your hand, but it would have been so funny.
They probably would have bashed me.
I'm a big fan. Post-match interview. Yeah, just big
Well,
fan.
this guy we won. I accidentally, I went to go try and sneak through that way, and then the kid was running.
Yeah, you nearly knocked
You
him out.
smacked him in the head.
Oh, mate, I was trying to like stop him so I could get through, but he was not stopping. He just ran straight into my hand and then didn't even flinch.
Yeah, because
Apparently broke his nose.
he always runs out last.
No, kidding.
He got me.
Mine always runs out last, and I was running. Even I was a little bit late, and the rabbit was in front of me. Is it the rabbit?
Oh, he swerved him, Reggie.
Yeah. So like in the tunnel, so
Yeah,
I
careful.
was like, oh, I'm off. I'm gonna run, and then you must have been. Where were you? You must have been still way
Yeah,
back.
because I was waiting for Nelson or someone to get out of the thing so I could run out last. And then they're like, oh, no, he's all right. So I was like, all right, sweet. So I started running. I was trying to yell out to Reggie. I was yelling at Reggie and he couldn't hear me. Because obviously, I'm like, mate, I need to get in front of you here.
Rich.
And he just obviously kept running. I'm like, maybe he's just ignoring me. And then it got to a stage where I need to cut out here. Like, I can't just run
Behind him the whole
behind
way.
him the whole way. And then I tried to stop. And then the kids, it was a weird one. But looking back on it, it's pretty funny.
Your face was funny. You were just like,
Yeah.
And it's not like a quick, like you got to wait for their whole team to run.
it took ages.
I
You
was
were just
trying
like,
to do that.
you're doing the goosies. You're like, and they just didn't even
Imagine
budge.
if I tried to do that and he just knocked me over. That would be hilarious.
That was fun.
so
Good laugh.
Just
Good
be
laugh.
quicker next time, mate.
Yeah.
So based on that, we put the call out to ask the fans, when have you found yourself somewhere that you shouldn't be? So we got a few good ones in. I've got the top 3 here.
This could be anything.
Yeah.
So is this what we're voting on?
Yeah, this is what you're voting on.
All
Yeah.
right. Love
Yeah.
it. Love it.
This would be
There was a few that were probably a bit too naughty to have on.
I was
Lots
just
of
about
people
to say-
found themselves in places where they shouldn't be.
I was just about to say that there must be some naughty
Yeah.
ones,
There
but
would have been.
Yeah. All right.
Kids on
Let's
the
have
show.
a listen.
Nice, perhaps.
Hi guys, Helen Naylor, Billawheeler, Queensland. My big fan moment is when I was 19 on my way home from a trip to Scotland with my late mum. We stopped in Hong Kong for a couple of days of shopping, and being my first overseas trip, after I got off the plane, I needed to go back into the airport to go to the toilet. Unbeknownst to me, I've gone through the wrong gate. All of a sudden, I had all these security guards running up to me. They had guns and they were yelling at me. And I was just saying, toilet, toilet, toilet. A female security guard escorted me to the toilets, waited for me outside, and then escorted me back to my mum. So pretty terrifying moment for a 19-year-old first overseas trip. So that's my big fan moment. Can I just say, Mun, congratulations on the captaincy. So very, very proud of you, mate. The look in your eyes when you ran out onto that field last Wednesday was priceless. It was just a really proud moment of being a Storm fan and knowing you as long as we have. So very, very proud of you and loving the podcast, guys. Keep doing what you're doing. You're doing your best on the field week in, week out. We support you, win, lose or draw, and always have done. So all the best for the rest of the season. No buys now. And Mun, all the best for Game 3 of Origin. Thanks, guys.
how good, Helen?
Yeah, thanks for the
Yeah,
segment,
you
Helen.
would have seen her. You would have seen her in the
Gold
shows for
Coast.
Gold Coast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I remember
She used to be a fair bit at home games when I was coming through around 14.
They used to live down here.
Yeah,
They
14,
moved up. Yeah.
around 2014 to 2017. Come to a lot of home games in Melbourne, and I actually haven't seen her for a long time. I'm thinking maybe she's been a bit sick or she couldn't come, but she said she's moved to Billawheeler. So
Nice. I like that, how they say the name and where they're from.
Yeah.
I think we should, going forward, if they can do that, it's good because it gives us a bit of, connection between us two. So shout out, Helen. That was good.
Helen from Billow.
That was awesome.
All right. Next one.
G'day, boys. Big fan. One end of season trip up to Cairns.
Gilligan's.
I ended up asleep on the top of the cop station roof. Woke up at 7 a.m. sun in my eyes, climbed down, realised I'd left my wallet up there, had to climb up, grab the wallet, and as I was climbing down, the copper saw me and I had to put the old two-step on, leg it. I definitely shouldn't have been there, boys. Love the pod. Big fan.
Oh, what was the mullet? What was the wallet, man? It was you, wasn't it?
Oh, that's definitely. He's had a night at Gillows.
Oh,
and he's had the
Gilligan's.
kryptonites.
Are they the green drinks?
Yeah, the green bombs, mate. They make you mad. Do
Bro,
some
how do
stupid
you
things.
even end up like? I'd love to know why he was up there. Do you reckon he just seen police station goes, yeah, this is gonna be funny.
Sounds like The Hangover when he's
a little bit.
Doug? Sound
Yeah,
like
on
they
the
just
roof.
And it was all clear until he forgot his wallet, and then the cop would have pulled him up. Be
That's
like, what are you
outstanding.
doing?
wow, interesting.
He didn't give his name though.
Yeah, for good reason.
Yeah, fair. They're probably still looking for him up there.
They got a
still on
wanted
the-
poster.
He's
in
still on the
hands.
run. Oh, well, we can't give it to you until you give us a name.
All right, one more.
Hey boys, big fan of the potty. So my submission for a place that I shouldn't have been was actually a few years back. When I was in 3-4 camp, I would have been about 9 or 10. Late at night, when we're meant to be sleeping, a family friend was having an asthma attack, a pretty bad asthma attack. So me and another friend had to try to find a teacher. So we're walking late at night, trying to find where the teachers are at, and we see this light coming from a cabin. And as we're approaching, we can hear loud noises coming from it. We go up to it, and all the teachers are sinking beers, playing ping pong, playing pool. And as soon as they seen us, they went bright red. I don't know if it was because of the beers, but they quickly hid the beers, rushed us out, told us that we should have knocked, and they pretty much told us that we shouldn't have been there, and ended the story. Family friend ended up recovering from the asthma attack, gave him a few asthma pumps, but the teachers sat us down and pretty much debriefed us and told us that we shouldn't have been there. And yeah, that's my story.
I was thinking the other thing.
Yeah, so I was like, was it me and you talking about teachers? Like how we like
Yeah,
back in the day,
You just used
like
to
you think they were just saints, like
Yeah.
the bit like I wanted to be my teacher because like they were the best people ever, man. I'm not saying that they're not. They like shout out to all the teachers out there, but I got a few teacher mates and they know how to get on the piss.
Well, you
Like,
just think they're stiffs and like
Yeah.
real law-abiding citizens.
Exactly.
And then you grow up and realize
exactly.
they're out on Sunday
They're just
arvos.
normal. Yeah, like they're normal. And it's funny because when we were in school, same thing, like high school, same thing. And then once we left school and started going out, like once we turned 18, we'd see our teachers like nearly every weekend. And then you realize
You
you're
didn't see
like,
me.
they're normal people, like
Yeah.
which they are. And that just sort of reminded me of that. Like
They always brought up a strong face too on a Monday. Like if they went out on a Saturday or Sunday drinking,
You
they
wouldn't
were presentable.
Yeah, you
you
wouldn't
would
know.
never know.
But like it makes sense sometimes because like you go into a class on Monday and teacher's grumpy as, and
Yeah.
you just think, oh,
Yeah.
what have you done wrong? But like
Yeah.
you don't even take into account he's probably been at Coogee Pav on
Yeah,
Sunday.
yeah,
like,
he's-
he's-
and then
It's half take still.
if they chuck their telly on, you know they're
Yeah.
not keen to. If they put a video like a movie on,
Now you
which
know.
the kids are cheering, they're not actually looking at
Well, what was your sport and Rex teacher's name again? Maybe that's why he did it.
bags.
Bags.
Bag, nah, he was just. Yeah, actually, no, he could have. I know he likes the beers, but he was just such a good dude. Like he was just a good fellow, I reckon. Well, now that I think about it, it could have been. Nah,
It
shut
makes
up,
sense
Bags. You're
now.
the man, brother.
Put a movie on, you're like, oh yeah, well, this must be really good for my, my education. But
little did you know, the teachers in the corner just
sleeping.
on the hydrolyte.
Oh, they're all worthy. They're all worthy.
Yeah,
It's
I
just
don't know
tough.
which one I'm going to go, to be honest.
Oh.
Are we trying to figure out the funniest one or the one that's probably more leaning towards the most mischief?
It's up to you guys.
Just whatever, really.
Well, I know what's the
There's no
mischief
criteria,
one is,
no
yeah.
rules here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got one. Yep.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Three.
Yes.
3. Yeah.
It's
The
very
teachers.
nostalgic.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm,
It makes me want to be a teacher now. Play ping pong.
And like you can fully see it like on a camp.
The teachers full backing out, be like, oh, you shouldn't have been here.
Yeah, this is your fault. But like, yeah, once they go to bed, teachers are on. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
just-
like it.
Yeah.
I like it. So shout out to
Nice.
whoever that
we
was.
said something.
Although we don't want people to have asthma attacks and the
Yeah.
teachers are, not keeping an eye out. But
Don't condone that.
that was
But I reckon that's a good one for next week. Like Hughes, you said, name and where you're from.
if we
Yep,
can.
name and where you're from.
Massive help.
Yeah, massive
Yeah,
beauty.
and keep an eye out on the Instagram because we're going to be doing a different theme every week. So
Yeah, I
it
love
might
it.
be to do with something that happens over the weekend, like it was with Mun, or keep an eye on the Instagram so you'll know what the theme is.
Love it.
Tell us where you're from. Party all night long.
And everyone that I know, we're getting a lot. I know, Mun, you get a lot of everyone. Big fan, shouting out big fan and saying big fan when they see us. Appreciate all you. So big fan. I got a new one. A big fan of a big fan. So I don't know. This could be a segment, but one
Major
where
fan.
it's someone that's come up to us and said big fan, like someone you wouldn't think. The groundsman after the game
At
said he was a big fan of the potty.
at a core.
Yeah, the call.
No
Really?
way.
Yeah. So
Oh, that's crazy.
shout out to him. He was a big fan. So that's we love everyone coming up and saying how much they love the potty and they're a big fan. So
Awesome.
Well,
Keep
maybe we
doing
can get Better Beer to hook up the big fan with a little prize as well. We'll try to work that out.
yeah.
You might need to hit up Harvey Norman or something to get a little 167 fan out there.
A little fan.
Yeah, a little fan.
Yeah, little
Send
fan.
them a fan.
Yeah. But yeah, shout out to everyone.
Beauty. Listeners' question of the week. Probably got a time for a couple. Mindful
Yep.
of not going too long.
Yeah, all right, let's have a listen.
It's the bro. It's got to be the bro.
Kia ora, my brothers. Hope you're safe. Stay fast. Now, my question of the week is, if you could swap lives with someone for a whole week in the whole entire of Oz, who would it be? And... Nah, that's the question. Nah, stay safe, my brothers. Money, live it up all you can. Shit.
See, this is another one that from the question. Like, let's get the names. Let's get the names
His
where
name's
it's from.
Rowan.
Rowan.
Rowan,
Yeah.
Where's he
Rowan.
from?
No,
I don't know
wouldn't
where
say
he's
that.
from, but it just gives the first name.
He's from I reckon he's from New Zealand.
Shout out my butters. I love that. Shout out my butters.
Rowan. Sure.
That's a good one.
Anyone
It's
in
a good
Oz?
question. First thought, I'm just going the richest person in Oz.
Yeah, I thought that's what
Really?
Mun was going to say. Gina Reinhardt.
Is that the richest person in Oz?
I reckon she is. Yeah.
Is that the mines lady?
Yeah.
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 But what would she be doing though?
Yeah,
would she be
nah.
working? Or nah?
She wouldn't have to work.
Too rich now.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm gonna go with someone like Mick Malloy.
Who's that?
He's a radio host on Triple M,
Oh yeah.
Mick in the morning.
Oh yeah.
and he's also in the Cracker Jack. I know. I loved him in Cracker Jack the movie, and he likes playing golf.
Mm.
Yeah, that's where my thinking was going.
Yeah,
like, rolling around
so
who
was
can
I.
play golf all the time. So I was thinking a cricketer.
Yeah, cricketer.
Mm.
I just think Mick Malloy. He's got his own TV. Right, he's in the morning early hours. He'll be done by 10. Go and hit the greens.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm.
Who's like a recently retired cricketer that just... actually, no, I want to be a cricketer because I'd love to just go play cricket for a
Well, like
little
an actual cricketer.
bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
just like a little stint.
Well, the team just got named, didn't they? Who'd you
yeah,
go
the
from
test
there?
team. Yeah.
Costa,
Constas.
Constas.
Yeah, but like maybe like an established one who's just like... Who has the runs on the board, just go play golf and every
Yeah.
week.
Maxi.
Maybe like Steve Smith.
Mm.
Steve Smith, just a gun batter,
Yeah.
talk shit in the field, go play golf. Yeah,
Mm.
that's me.
Mm. Well, I was talking to Matt Rogers up at the McFanning Day. He's playing a lot of golf, 3 to 4 days a week.
Oh, yeah.
He's on a radio too, so he's sort of in that same caliber as what Mum was thinking. So yeah, wouldn't mind that actually. Working in the morning, I guess, getting on radio, and then I think what else did he say? It just worked perfectly. I think I don't want to get into his personal life, but I think his wife might work in that Arvo slot where he just finishes. So then he can play golf without any
No guilt.
Yeah, no guilt. So it just works perfectly.
Yeah, well,
So,
yeah,
yeah.
that's
I'll
nice.
have to
Matty
get
Rogers.
get my wife to get an afternoon workshop.
Right. Yeah, something like that, being able to, obviously you'd love to just be able to play golf, but get a bit of work done and then
Love it.
yeah, bit of work and a bit of play.
Nice.
Thanks, Roland.
All right.
Thanks,
Keep
Ryan.
them coming, brother. Guess who's back?
Yep. Hope you're safe as too, bro. All right. Next question.
Hey Paps, hey Money, hey Doos. My question is to you guys, is D or Dave a double agent purporting to be a Storm fan but really is a North Sydney Bears fan?
So we got some vision here. Can you boys see the screen?
Yeah, nah, nothing's up.
North Sydney Omelette, eighth wonder of the world.
Yep.
Moreton Bay Fig Tree, my favourite tree in the world. North Sydney Bears, my favourite team in the world. And I just can't wait for us to be in the league.
Okay, when was that? When was that taken?
That was at the Beer Footy Food Festival a couple weekends ago, where the Bears were playing the Panthers, and I'd forgotten about that. That someone was coming around with a mic, and all my mates G'd me up to get on the mic. So, yeah.
Okay,
Interesting.
So you're
I'm
not denying it.
Yeah, no, I'm happy that
The Bears are our feeder team.
Yeah, no,
They're not anymore.
no, not anymore. But if
They won't be.
yeah, what was I going to say? Yeah, I'll let you off with that because they're not in yet. So you can claim you're a Storm fan because they're actually not in the comp yet. So
But are you going to jump on the North?
yeah, what?
Are you going to jump
obviously,
on
it means
Perth
you're going to
after-
jump off.
I'm not even a big Bears fan. I just got swept up in the whole day, and it was just after they had announced that they were coming in, and I had a great day out at the ground.
You're blind.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
Few
blind.
beers?
It
It was,
Did you have a
the
few beers?
Beer Footy Food Festival, so I was partaking in some beer, some footy, and some food.
Yeah, okay. Paps is not happy with you, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like it. But that's all right.
Not a fan.
I got excited.
Yeah.
People put a microphone in front of me and I do silly things.
Yeah, but you know the internet. You know what they can do. Yeah.
I'm a Storm fan till I die. Don't worry about
Yeah, I
that.
don't know
And
that.
the Bears aren't even my local
But you
team.
said
I'm
your
probably more
Bears
of a
was your
Jets guy.
favourite team in the world.
Yeah, the favourite team in the world. You're wearing the hat. You cared about some tree, some fig tree. No.
It's the beautiful tree at the ground there. It was a beautiful sunny day. It was a great day. Yeah, I just got swept up.
Yeah, maybe
Alright.
just think before you speak.
As long as you cleared it up.
Well, maybe the Bears players will let me into the change rooms after you guys didn't.
Yeah, that's probably why we didn't, because you're a
There's-
double agent.
Yeah, we knew all about that before you knew.
Intuition, that's what they call it.
Felt
I
it.
knew you were dodgy.
Don't worry, boys.
Uh,
All right, do you want to do one more question?
We'll go one more.
Hey boys, big fan of the potty. With June coming to an end and it being Men's Mental Health Month, and obviously you guys are always in the spotlight, I just wanted to ask, what are some things that you boys do to look after your mental health?
That's a real good question.
I don't think I've ever been asked that.
Nah. I guess not what you do. Like if there's anything in place. Yeah, it's quite deep. Do you do anything in particular to help
Oh,
that sort of stuff, or?
yeah, I think you've got to find balance in everything, right? So I think that's the key thing. But probably more of a physical thing, like sleep. Like I really care about my sleep. Diet's another one. And then, feeling like when you do need to speak to someone, actually speaking to someone. I reckon there are 3 pillars I try to revolve around. Stuff that like usually find if you haven't slept well enough, you're sort of on edge and you're a bit anxious, and that's all good and well and quite natural. But I feel like if I can nail those 3 things, I'm generally in a pretty good spot, realizing that life will get hard sometimes, and I'm in a good position to be able to handle it.
Yeah.
I think that's my outlook on it.
Yeah, I'm sort of probably just being grateful for a lot of things. Like, obviously we live a pretty good life, but that doesn't mean it doesn't get hard. Like, there's a lot of pressure that comes with what we do, and obviously social media is so big these days, and I think it's just finding that balance, like you said. Sleep's a good one, and just being grateful and just doing things that you love doing. Like, it's easy to get away from that stuff when you're feeling not feeling the best, but you just got to stick to it. Family, friends. I feel like our team, hanging out with you boys is really good. The potty always helps, but there's nothing in particular that I try to do, but I think just being grateful for what we got. And I think I really have a good support base with a lot of people. I think that's a massive one, having people you trust around you, and if that's family, friends, obviously teammates could trust you guys and a lot of the other boys as well. So just having that support system really helps. And if there's anything that I guess I did need to get out, I got people around me that can help. So yeah, support system is probably a big one for me.
I'd have to say diet too. I think I didn't really think a whole heap on diet. I just thought, everyone was talking about it, and I'm like, it's a myth. But ever since I've been on whole foods and eating a lot healthier, just feel like my mind's at ease, fresh, always always energized, and always feeling like I've got a lot of energy to give. Where when I was on the fast food, processed food, I was always tired and grumpy, and moods were up and down. But I probably put into consideration, and as well as my kids, I think that's my mental spot now. When I have a bad day at training, or I've had a bad day or a bad hour, or feeling sorry for myself, I go home and it reminds me of that Luke Combs song, the Front Door Famous. I don't know if you've heard it, but they think I'm the best thing since sliced bread when I walk in the door, and you're always yelling out "Dad." And they run to me and cuddle me, and I feel like everything just drops at the door when I walk in. So I think that's probably the mental health now for me, is when I walk in and I might be holding on to something, I walk in and I forget about it straight away once the kids run over to me. And I'm sure a lot of people have that feeling, but that's probably me to a T with my mental health.
I reckon that's been my big learning, is it's all perspective, right? And how you frame things. So I think a lot of the time asking your mate if they're okay, it's great, but it's actually, sometimes I would try to give a solution if they weren't feeling great.
Yep.
But a lot of the time it's just about trying to understand them and make them see a different perspective, or make them realize that, it's going to be okay. And I reckon that was a big shift for me, was rather than tell them all these solutions on what to do, it's just talk and try to understand. And your job as a friend or a mate is to make them realize what's going through their head and help them process it and things like that. And I was like, well, once my perspective shifted on that, it actually changed my thinking as well. You don't always have to have solutions. Life's going to be hard, but there's things you can do: diet, mental clarity, sleep.
Yeah,
they're all put in the right spots to hopefully think a bit clearer. And you said, we've got pretty good lives compared to some, and I think that's the realization and perspective we have. But yeah, if that's going to help anyone out there, hopefully, coming into this month, it can help listeners out as well. And yeah, hopefully you guys can get something out of that. But
yeah. Oh, well, I think life's short too. You got to enjoy what you're doing. If you're not enjoying it anymore, go and do something else. So I think that's, regardless of pay. It's the same with us. If you're not enjoying footy anymore, and you're thinking it's a hard job to do, and you just go in there because of the paycheck, then you're not there for the right reasons, So if you want to go and be the person that works at Rebel Sport or works as an electrician, and you enjoy that, regardless of pay, go and enjoy yourself. Don't go and sit at a job that you don't enjoy.
Yeah, love that.
Like it.
I think that wraps
Neither
us up.
voice.
Beautiful. All right, episode 19 done.
Let's go.
Back next week. Hopefully get a win. And yeah, thanks for the questions. Thanks to the big fans. We really love it. Really appreciate it. Love hearing our fans say it on our days out. And
thanks for Mun. He's back.
He's back.
He'll be out next week. So
yeah,
FIFO.
Sorry guys,
but he'll be back after. He could come back with the shield or the Wally.
Jack shit.
Yeah, the Wally's Jack shit. But good luck, Mun.
Thanks, boys.
We'll see you next week.
Where's my good luck, Paps?
No, you're not getting it.